What's up, gamers and geeks? Matt here with That's Fair Podcasting and Gaming Geeks Live. And in this video, I'm going to ask you, if Assassin's Creed Mirage and especially Assassin's Creed Shadows have done so damn well, then why does Ubisoft feel the need to partner up with Tencent creating Vantage Studios in order to help them move these franchises forward? Because if you're independently doing these well enough on your own, like Assassin's Creed Shadows has done so well, you don't need the help, am I right? You know, with all the different movements in the video game world, you have EA with the Bailout, which is spelling doom for a lot of other developers such as BioWare. But now you have a partnership called Vantage Studios, where you have devs from Ubisoft and Tencent, a Chinese-based corporation, are partnering because Ubisoft needs some sincere help with the franchise, and they're big franchises as well. But if you are new here, please feel free to subscribe to That's Fair Podcasting or Gaming Geeks Live, whichever you watch it on. Maybe like the video, help us in that algorithm. Thank you for joining subscribers as far as That's Fair Podcasting. Thank you so much. And if you don't know any of those things and you watch us rambling, thank you so much. That's what means the most. And again, I am Matt. But for a brief moment here, I want to talk about why is it Vantage Studios even needs to happen. If you have such success, as they've tried to make sure that, they've tried to sell us gamers that, by players, 3 million players. If Assassin's Creed Shadows doing so well, then why do you need to partner with Tencent if you're doing well? If it sold well, why do you need them to oversee some of your bigger titles? And it's just not going to be Assassin's Creed. It's going to be like Far Cry, I believe. You're going to have other ones like Rainbow Six as well. You have these, you have this help coming in from Tencent to help oversee it. And in all honesty, if you want to know the truth, Tencent, a Chinese-based, like I said, Chinese-based corporation, I think they're going to come in because they don't want to, if they're going to get involved, they're not going to want to see this progressive shit. I mean, I didn't really play Mirage, and I damn sure didn't play Shadows, but I watched the majority of these on these streaming sites. And guys, I mean, if you're anything like me, and most gamers are, we have been waiting so long for an Assassin's Creed to be set in Japan. I mean, I don't know about you, but clear back in 2007 when I was playing as Altair, I remember telling my wife, okay, this new IP has got to take it to Japan. And then you started seeing a present day, I don't remember the character, but he was a Japanese character that also kind of gave you a hint when it was the present day in some of the Assassin's Creeds, like maybe Origins, and I even want to say earlier than that, maybe with, I don't even think it was Unity, maybe it was later. But you had these present day protagonists, and one of them was Japanese, so it was kind of giving you a hint where it was going to go. And this is the shit we got. And I don't know about you, but if you look at it, how can you argue that it is not pandering to a bunch of DEI? I hate beating that dead horse because everyone's heard it enough, but realistically, you have an African samurai, we've been over this 1,000 times, who is a retainer. You have a female kunoichi who they didn't really exist. I mean, but of course, ninjas wanted you to believe they never existed to begin with, so well played, ninjas. So, of course, Tencent's going to take over and try to be like, dude, we're not going to be throwing this progressive shit out anymore. And it needs to stop, because video games, I mean, what can I say? Ghost of Yotei right now, they're not, you don't see Sucker Punch, and you don't see Sony, revealing sales numbers. What could it mean moving forward with the progressive shit that we're seeing in these games? Well, we do know that Assassin's Creed Hex is supposed to be about the witch trials, and we have heard reports already, and actual, I believe devs have leaked it, we're going to have a very strong feminine game. Now, does that mean I mind female protagonists? Hell no. I don't mind that at all. But when it's always, males bad, women good, it gets old. Now, don't get me wrong. The Puritan males back in the day that persecuted witches were evil, were wrong. So there could be some justification in Assassin's Creed Hex. But I think that once the developers get their hands on it, I think we're going to see the same shit that we're used to seeing. However, with Tencent taking over now, we could definitely see a shift in the titles of Assassin's Creed. I mean, we're seeing it all over the video game world right now, save for things like Ghost of Yotei that were already in pre-production before all this shit was starting to get pushed out. And we may see it with The Witcher 4, we may not, don't know for sure, not really excited for that one either. But I think you know, this DEI is failing. Plain and simple, man. All these games that have pushed a DEI agenda have failed. We can start with a game called South of Midnight. They had 1 million players, they reported, but it sold poorly. Still no actual sales numbers on that one, at least that I couldn't find. You had Unknown 9 Awakening, another just horrible game, just progressive, sold shitty. Assassin's Creed Shadows. You know, even if Assassin's Creed Shadows sold 5 million copies or more, that's a piss poor performance for an Assassin's Creed title, because that IP is AAA. I mean, shit, they had one game called Quadruple A in Skull and Bones, and we all know where that went. But, you know, with Assassin's Creed, it has to sell more than 5. They have not sold, let's put it this way, Ubisoft has not sold enough in Shadows to make up for the amount it costs to make that game. Enter Tencent, right? You have Star Wars Outlaws. It sold 1 million in the first month, and that's it. That's freaking it. What happened? You have Dragon Age The Veilguard. I mean, these are just examples of DEI push games at 1.5 million in the first 2 weeks. Not much after that for a Dragon Age series game. I mean, this was a huge IP. And then the Ghost of Yotei. No numbers yet as of right now, according to this video, but you've had some private people that had like, you had one Twitter account, I believe, posted it has over 1 million copies sold already, but this is an independent person. You don't have any numbers from Sony, and you don't have any numbers from Sucker Punch, okay? So you can't take the word of that. Once we get those numbers, then sure. But let's be honest. I mean, you have a Ghost of Yotei that seems to be a copy and paste of Ghost of Tsushima, which is a great game. And, you know, a future one coming out by, who is it? It's called Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. And it is coming out, and I gotta tell you, man, that one does not look so good either. We're talking about creators who did The Last of Us and the Uncharted. If you don't know who they are, we're talking about Naughty Dog and Neil Druckmann. And that game looks to be woke as shite. And by the time that game comes out, man, we're gonna have already been fed up. We already are. But let's get honest here. Tencent and Ubisoft. Tencent is here to partner with Ubisoft to bail them out of the progressive shit that they put themselves into. And Ubisoft has only themselves to blame, man. And I'm sorry, I want to see Ubisoft be successful. I've got Ubisoft posters behind me of some of the greatest Assassin's Creeds in the franchise. But we both know that, you know, like we both, I'm talking viewers and myself, we all know that the last couple of Assassin's Creeds have failed. And guys, I sincerely don't want Ubisoft to fail anymore. And I think Tencent, I think this is a positive. I think we're on the up and up. But guys, let me know what you think in your comment section here down below. That's really all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe to either one that you're watching this on. That's Fair Podcasting or Gaming Geeks Live. Like the video, help us out. If you don't do those and you just watch this video, that's what means the most. Thank you so much for watching. And to gamers out there, all love, and I'm outro.